Howdy, Corporal.
David, you're not looking much like a big city bank clerk these days.
Thanks. What do you think of the hat?
Well, once it settles down a bit.
I think it suits him.
Come on, Beth. We got things to do.
I never thought he had the... how do you say
The stuff?
Yes, the stuff to make a cowboy.
I need a couple things, Marie. Come on, let's go!
Wait here, Beth.
David?
Mr. Reichel. Mr. Reichel, what about my back pay?
All you gotta do is ask.
This is a week. I worked for a month.
We're square.
No, we're not. I want my money.
Yep. Only an Easterner'd be stupid enough to buy something like this. I don't want to see your face again. Got that? Tenderfoot.
Hold it!
Ah. David!
You'll pay me what you owe me.
Or what? You gonna cry to the Mountie?
You'll pay me. You'll pay me or you'll have to fight me. A gunfight, Reichel, you got that?
I'll be back in a week. I'll be pleased as pie to kill you then.
David, you're bleeding.
I'm fine. David, wait.
We've got to get him to the dock.
Oh, he ain't gonna get away with it.
Come on.
Ow!
Messing with a man like Reichel. You're lucky you're still breathing, boy.
Marshal, I worked for him for 4 weeks. He owes me a month's wages.
He's the third man that Reichel's done this to since he took over running Blaine's herd.
So why don't you do something about it?
Can't. Every time I get a complaint, Reichel shows up with witnesses saying he paid the debts.
Everybody knows he's a liar and a cheat.
And he's good with a gun. I'd forget about standing up to him.
I'll get what Reichel owes me. You can bet on that.
David, you've been out west, what, 2-3 months? You learned how to ride and rope steers and even talk like a cowhand. Standing up to Reichel in a gunfight.
I'm betting he ain't even fired a gun.
He started it.
And now, it's finished. Now I want you to stay away from that man.
I'll say one thing for you, boy. You got a head almost as hard as a mule I used to know. In the United States, a man has the right to get himself killed if he wants to.
He's a human being. Besides, he's Canadian.
Well, that's plain pony dust. He not only works in Montana, he lives in Montana.
It'll be a senseless slaughter.
Well, he ain't the first city boy to get himself buried out here, and he sure ain't gonna be the last.
You just want to see this kid get killed.
No, I really don't care one way or the other. It's up to him. Because on this side of that red line, it's a free country.
And on this side of the line, we value human life.
Oh, yeah. You know, you're just a bunch of stupid, rosy-cheeked dreamers, aren't you?
Well, it's better than a country full of bloodthirsty, violent mobs.
Where are you going, Jake? You ain't finished here yet.
You both have given me a headache. I'm going to get a breath of fresh air and dream I'm in China, where I don't understand one word they're saying.
Yeah, that one. How much is it?
$20. It's the best one we have in stock.
You have anything cheaper, Sally?
Sure, David. There's a nice one here for $12.50. It's an old Mountie issue.
$12.50. How about that one in the corner? How much is that?
$3.50. Holster included. There's no guarantee, you understand.
I'll need lots of bullets with that.
Clive?
In here.
David has a gun.
He has a gun?
He bought one today. Jack? Jack,
What?
David bought a gun.
Oh, come on, Marie. Don't go getting all distressed about nothing.
How can you just sit there?
Every man in this town owns a gun, Marie. Most of them 2 or 3.
Every man in town isn't David Palmer. Clive, there must be something you can do.
Yes, there is. I'll be back tomorrow.
Now, don't go looking at me like that, Marie.
I figure the way you work, I ain't never going to get my job back.
You'll get it back, Jake. I wouldn't steal a man's job. Only I need the money right now.
Let me guess. You're going to buy tickets for you and Beth on the next coach east, right?
Beth. You're sure a pretty sight.
I brought you things from the ranch. One of the hands gave it to me.
Thanks.
Ask yourself, who's going to take care of Beth if you're gone?
What's he mean, David? What's that for?
Protection.
From what? You're planning to have a showdown with Reichel, ain't you? David, it's crazy.
Standing up for yourself ain't crazy.
You told me once you paid up your debts that you and me, we'd pack up and move east. I told everybody we're going.
Don't worry, Beth. I aim on keeping my word.
Then you better do some thinking, David Palmer. Because I ain't planning on staying here to watch you die.
Reichel,
You lost, Mountie? Canada's that way.
I came to tell you, Reichel. You show up in Bordertown, I'm locking you up.
You made this long ride just to tell me that? Something funny's going on, boys. Since we've been away, Canada has taken over all of Bordertown.
This is personal. Between you and me, I'm not gonna let you murder David Palmer.
I'm going to teach that city boy a lesson he'll never forget.
You show your face in town, and I'll put you in jail.
He better not try to stop me. Not unless he's got an army to back him up, because he'll get no help from Craddock.
What do you think, Marshal? 2 out of 6 ain't bad, huh?
Yeah, the only problem is target you're interested in don't stand nice and still like that. He's got a nasty habit of shooting back.
I'm doing what I have to do. I have no choice.
And what about when it's all done?
What about it?
You shoot a man, you'll wind up in jail or worse at the end of a noose. He shoots you, and you're gonna wind up dead.
And what if I don't stand up to him? What if I hide every time Reichel comes into town? Everyone knowing I wasn't man enough to take what's mine.
Yeah, well, you've got to decide what a life's worth, boy. Is it worth saving face in front of the folks in town?
It's worth me knowing I didn't back down.
Yeah. But is it worth someone dying for the few dollars Reichel owes you?
I hope you're not getting too attached to that thing. It's not gonna help you solve any problems, you know.
Yeah, well, it beats pitching hay or herding cattle.
Look, I just rode all the way out to Reichel's ranch to talk to
What?
him about you.
I told you I'd take care of him myself.
Don't you see that it's pointless? You haven't got a hope of beating Reichel.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll get a new one, or I'll steal one if I have to. You can't stop me. Listen. I've written a letter to my parents. If anything happens to me, I want you to make sure they get it.
No. No, I'm not gonna help make you a hero, some kind of tragic figure. I'm not gonna do that.
Look, I just can't help you with Reichel.
You got to.
If I help you put Reichel in jail, come next election, old man Blaine will see to it that I ain't reelected. You'll be sharing an office with Marshal Reichel.
Don't be ridiculous.
Like it or not, Corporal, that's the way it is around here.
Well, I guess we just let the boy go out and get himself killed.
A new gun would be a good start.
Are you crazy?
If the boy is set on butting heads with Reichel, he deserves an even chance. A new gun that shoots straight. Maybe even a lesson on how to use it.
Well, while you're at it, why don't you buy him a shovel and a lesson on how to dig a grave?
Try this. It's a spare I borrowed from an old horse thief pal of mine.
Won't he be needing it?
I don't think so. They hung him last month. Now, pay attention. You paying attention?
Yep.
All right. You want one motion. The draw and the fire has to be one smooth action. All right? Now watch. Now you try. Get your jacket back behind like that. Now concentrate.
Did you see that? I guess Reichel doesn't know what he's getting himself into, huh?
All right. Next lesson. That's the kind of attitude that's gonna get you killed. You can change it now, or you can wait for Reichel to do it for you. Personally, I think it'd be a lot less painful if we started right now. All right? The way I see it, you ain't gonna get good enough to beat Reichel.
He's gonna kill me, isn't he?
You know that, and I know that. The trick is not letting him know that. We're gonna practice shooting at exactly the same second. 3 seconds after you cock your gun, we're both gonna fire. 1, 2, 3. Not good enough. Again. 1, 2.
David,
Marie, what are you doing here?
I just wanted to check on my patient and see how that wound is doing.
Fine. She's fine.
Almost healed. It's a shame
What's a shame?
to fix a wound so neatly and then have your patient die on you. David, even if it doesn't kill you, even if it just wounds you, what then? Have you ever seen a gunshot wound?
No.
I have. Lots of them. People maimed or crippled. Most of them wishing they were dead. Did you know Beth has a ticket for tomorrow's stagecoach? She loves you, David.
Should arrest him. Tie him up and put him on that stagecoach.
He'd come back looking for a shootout with Reichel no matter what you did. He's stubborn, just like you.
Gentlemen, Beth has something to say to you.
Corporal Bennett, I know you never thought too much of me being a saloon girl and all.
That's not true, Beth.
Hear me out. See, David thinks he hasn't amounted to much. He figures that he's got to prove himself. It don't matter to me none. I'll take him the way he is. But men, seems they gotta do it their way. You just gotta help him.
It's all right, Beth.
Oh, Bennett, Reichel's on his way into town.
Reichel?
Well, well. Look who's here. So you got yourself a new gun.
You're gonna give me my money, Reichel.
We settled that, boy.
It's not settled until I get my due.
We'll get your due, all right. Anytime you are ready, little man.
That's enough, Reichel.
This here's the U.S. of A, Mountie. You ain't got no jurisdiction.
I got a stagecoach to catch, Reichel. I want my back pay.
Or what? You gonna shoot me?
That's right. I want my money.
All right. All right.
Please, Mr. Reichel, hold still. I feel like I'm treating one of the children.
5, 10, 11, 12, plus $4 for the hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. That settles you out.
This is robbery. To press charges, you'll need a witness, Mr. Reichel. Chances of finding one around here look mighty slim to me.
Thanks, Marshal. I don't know how things would have worked out without you.
Give up that gun, boy. There's no way to make a living.
I promised Beth.
Got a fine girl there, David.
I think so too, Corporal.
Are you going to work at the bank when you get back east?
Oh, no. I aim on writing about my experiences in the Wild West.
You're a prisoner, Corporal.
No, he's yours. It's on your side of the line.